Hello everyone, my name's Stephanie. I'm an Australian prep teacher and resource creator. If you are looking for extra tips for your kindergarten or prep classroom, you're in the right place. So over the last 4 or so videos, it's been a real focus on what to do at the beginning of the year to teach your students how to write. And in those videos, we went through this sort of list of teaching your students how to draw or illustrate, then moving into labeling lessons, remaking sentences, and then eventually moving into writing sentences. So if you haven't checked those videos out, be sure to do that. But throughout those videos, I've been mentioning that I have a Term 1 writing unit that covers all those lessons. And today's video, I'm going to talk about this unit in detail. So I'm so proud of this resource, mostly because I know it's going to save you so much time. So if you're new to teaching prep, or you're a graduate teacher, or you're just sick of planning and you want someone else to do it for you, that's why I made this resource. So let me talk to you about it. It's 32 lessons, and you'll notice that, here's the contents page. It starts out with 8 lessons on illustrations, then it moves into 8 lessons on labeling, 8 lessons in remaking sentences, and then 8 lessons on explicitly writing sentences. So here's a close-up of lesson 1, and you can have a look. So it's got the learning intention, success criteria. I'm going to come back to this because there's a PowerPoint that matches that. And then it says exactly what resources you're going to need, which is all in the unit, by the way. And then it's got a whole class lesson, so it's a real script almost of what you can actually say. Then it goes into the independent activity. So that's where students go off and practice the skill that you're learning about up here. And in this lesson, it's got an extension, but in most of the lessons, it's got like a support prompt for those kids who need extra help, and an extending prompt because you do get kids coming to school already knowing how to write, so what to do with those kids. And then it's got reflection share time, so it's got an example of what to do at that part of the lesson. So here's another close-up of a lesson further down the track. So there's 32 lessons. This is lesson number 27, but you can see it's all the same sort of structure. It all fits on one page, which is awesome. Learning intention, success criteria, resources, like it even tells you what slide you're going to need to click on. Script, if you want it, independent activity. So here's an example with the support and extension prompt, just so you can differentiate for kids, and reflection time again. So all worksheets are included in the download. So you can see this is lesson 6 where they're learning how to draw a boy. And up here in the resources, it says worksheet 6, you'll need one for each student. So then you just go to your worksheets, you find worksheet 6, and it's ready to go. You just print that off for your kids. And so they're practicing how to draw a boy in this lesson, and they can write boy as well. The other thing I want to show you is that in Australia, we have all different handwriting fonts. It's so crazy, but every state has their own handwriting font. So as you get into these sort of sentence cut and paste ones, you can just print off your state's font. So if you're in Victoria, there's the Victorian font, New South Wales, South Australia, Queensland, Tas, is that all? And then there's also Century Gothic for any teachers outside of Australia. So yeah, so your students aren't reading sentences that aren't in their font, and therefore writing them not in their font. So this is, what's this? New South Wales. So it's the New South Wales font, and then they're practicing writing in the New South Wales font. So yes, whatever your handwriting is, it's there for you. The other thing I want to show you that's included is a learning intentions and success criteria PowerPoint. So you'll notice up here it says learning intentions PowerPoint slide 39. So basically you're going to need slide 39 and then slide 40. So I used to try and cram, learning intentions, success criteria at the top of my whiteboard. I learned a while back that was useless, and so now I just use digital ones. And the digital learning intentions and success criteria are included in this resource, which I'll show you now. I wish I could somehow share my screen with you, but I'm not that high tech. So I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, so here's the PowerPoint, and the idea is that you pop it up on your smartboard and then it's already there to go. So I'm currently in the South Australian font version, but like I said, it comes in all the other fonts as well as Century Gothic. But here's the contents page, so you can see the 4 parts, illustrations, then it moves into labeling, remaking sentences, and then writing sentences. So let me just click on, say, lesson 7. So this is where they're learning how to draw a house. So it goes through the learning intention and then the success criteria. If you don't like the wording I've got, you can simply edit it to say whatever you want it to say. So that's not a problem. Then if you just click through to the next slide, it shows you step by step on how to draw a house. So that's where you can model drawing a house for your kids before you send them off to have their own go. And then you can just click back to contents page whenever you need. So just to show you another example, so just say you're up to the labeling lessons and you're wanting to do lesson 15, we can label animals. So you click through there, again it's got the learning intention, success criteria, and then if you click to the next slide, these are the animals that the students are going to try and label. So you could have it up on your smartboard and as a whole class, you know, try and sound out any sounds that they can hear and then send your students off to have another go. So that's the unit in a nutshell, but I just love that it's all so easy. So you've got all your lessons, each lesson sort of building on the last, so you know students are feeling success that whole time. But it's got the matching worksheets, it's got the matching learning intentions, you just throw on your smartboard. I love that there's the different options of fonts. So really, I just think if you use this, you'll save so much time planning because it's literally all there for you. So if you are interested in this, I'll put a little link to it in my Teachers Pay Teachers store below. But yes, as always, send it to a friend that you know is teaching prep next year and, you know, save them planning time. I'll see you soon.